Hello everyone and welcome to the third of the online training classes. We're going to visit today some of the inner power training that Bill Beeson's been passing on to Steve Seymour and some of our other people in Sydney. What I can remember of that, and we're going to look a lot more at Tenouchi and some exercises in relation to that, particularly an exercise called Aiki-age, which crosses over in both sheets. So we'll start with this standing like a tree. Here, spine straight, head up, not look at your feet, although you need to typically to make sure that you're not doing this. So you can see your toes, hands out like an open mouth, relaxing. Start by feeling as if you're extending up from your centre into the sky and down from your centre into the ground, like a tree rising into the sky and rooting itself into the ground. Once you can do that as a mental image in your head, then you start to think about expanding out sideways and forwards and backwards at the same time. And you can do that quite a lot on your own. When you're comfortable with it, if you have a partner to help, you get your partner to work around you and push on you with two hands. Not so much that they knock you over, but to test your balance, please. Just hold those pushes a bit longer. So for me, the intent with that exercise and what I feel is that I can feel the force coming from here, transferring through the body here, loading up the centre there. The centre tries to move it as if it's a bag of water and it's moving a little local waterbed to stabilise yourself. So if Kirsten pushes again there, that's coming into here and down the leg. So there's almost like tension across the outside of the arm there, across the back and down into there, and a weight sitting in the stomach that helps balance that up. And again. Okay, keep going around. As always, forwards and behind is the hardest. Okay, we'll move to the next exercise. Extended arm out like that, two-hand push again. This time your partner pushes, and at some point you move. Again, push, move, both sides. It's that same loading up, that same feeling, but then being able to move the body comfortably and in control. Push, move. And aiming to keep a connection here so that you don't lose like that and expose yourself to attack. Now from that point on, you can progress to your partner pushes, and as soon as you move they push again from a different direction and it becomes much more continuous. Pick up. Push from the body right. This is not really blind fighting, it's training the body to respond to forces coming from directions you weren't expecting, without tottering, without losing your balance, without any of that stuff. Change to the grip on the hand now. So, push. The same idea, UK pushes, maybe even two hands please. Push. Sides. So now we start to get into this concept of keeping the connection there. So from the back of the wrist here through into here. This is similar to the exercises we did last time, just one. here, that connection. Two hands. Okay, push. So without creating a gap in the movement, without creating an opening, there's a connection from this person to this person through there. This part of the hand again, Tenouchi. So if I'm attempting to keep that connection, I'm moving certain ways. Here, 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 here. I want to open that up so I can release the hand. Open that up there. Okay, brings us to the next exercise. This is a really subtle exercise. It can be quite difficult to get your head around. Quite frustrating when you first start. I don't profess to be an expert in this, but I'm going to try and get enough practice in that I'll at least become a journeyman. So at this point, partner takes hold of the back of both wrists, tries to hold them down on the legs. About 50% effort is what we're aiming for to start with. So it shouldn't be overwhelming, nor should it be so light that whatever I do feels like it's easy. And the idea for me is to make use of this connection from here, here, and subtle variations in that to get inside the movement and float Uke's body up off the floor. So I'm not deadlifting. This is not arm curls. This is not me trying to lift 40 or 50 kilo weight on the end of my arms. This is something different. And this is making use of that connection through Tenouchi to upset your Uke's balance. Exercise is called Aiki-age. It can be done from there or from standing. Once again, Uke leans down under there. Some ways I find this a little easier, although there's more force applied. Probably because Uke's center is a bit easier to move. 2 or 3. And the object is to stop or to not allow Uke to apply full force to your wrist. If I try and lift my partner here like this, it's just not going to work for me. My hands here. Yeah, Aiki-age is probably a good exercise to at least calm your mind if you're frustrated and struggling with Aiki-age. And I recommend if you're doing this and you've got someone to help you, try and spend 5 to 10 minutes on it each day. It doesn't really take a long warm-up. It does take some kind of psychological preparation so that you think, you know, I've got to find a way through this. It's not struggling, it's not fighting, it's not frustrating. And then once you've done it, because we've done Aiki-age forever and ever, you'll start to find the Aiki-age will calm you down at the end of it, and the Aiki-age will also blend into your Aiki-age practice. Okay, so that I'm never opposing Uke's strength. If I try and push on that, I have to move that whole person. This way, it's that same principle. Instead of floating up, we're now floating down. Okay. I hope that makes some kind of sense. I hope it gives you something to think about for Aiki-age and Tenouchi. And again, the only way to get the Aiki-age to work is to practice very regularly until you start to get the feeling of it without struggling. Alright, thank you very much.